What's up? What's good? What's going on, family? So I want to jump in and get a daily increase for my lovely Sagittarian 9th House Collective so you can see what to expect on your day and how to navigate it. This is going to be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, as well as that 9th house. Very particular messages here on the ManjulaAwakening for your 9th house. But even with that being said, let's just take what resonates and bless someone else with the rest, okay? So I do just want to let you guys know a few things. Those of you all that have purchased personal readings, I am on August the 3rd, I do believe. So if you've purchased before August the 3rd, you've not received a reading, please check your email. Yeah, and if you would like to purchase a personal reading, you can head over to the ManjulaAwakening.com. Also use Breakthrough 31, capital BNT, to purchase the 40-minute Zoom session as well as the message from Spirit for both $55. I think it is right now. The messages from Spirit, I think my nephew marked those down to on sale. And then we also have Golden 31, which gets you 31% off of the message from Spirit. Alright, Spirit, let's jump in. What is the energy that's on offer for my lovely Sagittarians today? Thank you. Karmic release. I love it. I love it. I love it. Karmic release. The end of a cycle. Debts are paid. Choose your destiny. Now, I was trying to pull the deck over here out of my way. One card got left behind. The card at the bottom is trust the process. The divine director here wanted to show face. Very significant. Create space for divine order to unfold. That is taking your hands back off the wheel and surrendering to the control, understanding that in the state of less control, the divine is able to work its ultimate magic. And it is going to require you to transcend your fear as you're releasing your hands from the wheel and trusting the process. Facing your fears leads to fearlessness. Embrace your power. All right. So how is this showing? Like, what is the energy? What is the energy that Sag is currently facing? Okay, so you want to be mindful of gossip here at this time or emotional influences. Yeah, you want to be mindful of gossip and emotional phase entanglements. Like, this is giving me the energy of making sure that you're not in a situation that is intended to be short-term with a long-term mentality. Meaning, don't go in here and get, like, if you're at work, don't go in here and get caught up in this not being the proper way or you not liking the way that this works. Are you here to, I'm not saying that you can't help people in places grow, but I am asking you, are you at this job for 6 months? Are you here short term or long term? Don't get caught up in cliques that are here and been here for 21 years. When you're not intending on being here a full year. Okay, you're only here for a phase. So don't get caught up in the gossip. Don't allow your emotions to influence you to make temporary decisions when you're focusing on the long term. Don't take a long-term perspective to a short-term scenario. I feel like you may find yourself on round and round cycles and be like, well, why does this seem like it's going round and round? Well, that's because it only has a lifespan. It only has the attention span for this much amount of time. So you trying to force it into a long term means that you're going to go through that short term span multiple times, multiple cycles. I hope that makes sense. All right, Spirit, let's move forward. What's going on here for Sagittarius? What is the energy that is currently meeting Sagittarius? What is the energy that Sagittarius is facing at the start of their day? What is the energy that Sagittarius is facing at the start of their day? I like it. rest. This is a 6 card, which is all about transitioning, right? Ooh, yes. Ooh, appreciation. Learn at the start of your day, you're appreciating things from a different level. The energy is requiring you to have appreciation in order. Wow. I'm going to say, as soon as I sat down, I had a channeled message that came through. But it's like the moment that you take rest and appreciate the things that you do have, your pathway begins to illuminate along the way. But we do have appreciation, and family is the very next card, and then unconditional love. You want me to tell you something? When I sat down here, the very first channel message that came through is, when you, one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, and babies give pure love. So if you get the opportunity to soak up some sort of childlike love, do so, because it's so pure, and it's just so pure. So if you got children around, if you are in a position to receive some of them children love, it's so pure and unconditional. So make sure you're soaking it up. Make sure that you're appreciating it. Make sure that you're making time for it, okay? Make time for your children today. I feel like that if you give time to children today, there may be actually some sort of inner child inside of you. There may be an inner child moment inside of you that actually comes up with some sort of brilliant idea, some sort of major epiphany or something of the such. See if I can get just a little bit more light in here. I'm doing too much. Give me a second. Not too much. Not too much. All right. So let's see. Karmic release. The end of a cycle. Debts are paid. Choose your destiny. And then we have a rest. So this is really telling me that you're headed, like your purpose is revealing itself, and you don't have to really react from a survival mentality. A cycle, something that was round and around, is being balanced out here. Something that has been round and around is being balanced out here. To be fair. And so you get to choose the path at which you go based off of the way that you respond. Yeah, the theme of the day today is the 5 of Wands. The challenge of the day is the Page of Cups. The way through the advice to navigate this challenge is the Page of Pentacles. A lot of children here. Young energy. What's on the other side? The 9 of Swords. How is Sag showing up? The 8 of Cups. The relationship aspect, the 8 of Pentacles. The work aspect is the 5 of Pentacles. Definitely in need of some self-care today. Your best bet is self-care over, like, 88 could be significant here. 55 could be significant here. It's crazy. My grandfather was 55 when he passed away in 88. Okay. Worth noting. Something is definitely about self-care today. I feel like that there's going to be opportunities, multiple opportunities is what I'm feeling today, for you to have some sort of conflict, for you to have some sort of emotional reaction. But in all actuality, if you can, because the challenge is the Page of Cups, this could be a younger water sign, doesn't necessarily have to be, but ultimately what I feel is that there is there is an inner child issue. There is that emotional, because the Page of Cups is the child, and emotional influence wanted to come out, and it is a 33 card, which my grandfather was born in the year 33. Oh my gosh. I do feel like that there's an emotional influence that could play into conflict and strife. Let me see. Why is the Five of Wands here the theme of the day? Two of Cups. There could be some sort of could be some sort of. I definitely feel like that there's some gossip today, okay? I definitely feel like that there is some gossip today, but I feel like that you're being given an opportunity to close out some sort of conflicting energy within a partnership here. Debts are paid, the cycle, it says the end of a cycle. So I feel like that there's some sort of conflict within some sort of partnership. Conflict within partnerships are getting the opportunity to close out compromises, or you're getting the opportunity to make compromises inside of these situations, to speak the truth that needs to be spoke, but you must be willing to face one's fear. And immediately I'm being drawn into the challenge, which is the Page of Cups. The challenge is that some of these disagreements and conflicts may require an apology from you as well. And you may feel like what you're being asked to apologize for was based off of reaction. It was a reaction to someone else's actions, and therefore your reaction, you may deem it as valid. Spirit isn't necessarily saying that you're apologizing because your reaction was invalid, but you are being asked to apologize because, or there may be room to apologize because there was a trigger that caused an action that caused your reaction. Okay? And the way that the trigger was handled may not have been appropriate. It could have been handled from an inner child perspective. There's definitely something about children and youth here. Okay? With the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, I definitely feel like that I'm speaking on some sort of truth. This could have to do with the Scorpio here. There aren't any majors on the first row of tarot cards. There aren't any major arcanas here, Sag. So you have a lot of free room, a lot of free movement today. But I do feel like that it would be in your best interest to really meditate and contemplate on making balanced choices and decisions. Think on it from a fair perspective. Equality. There's a cat too. I feel like that was a word when I said equality. In order to close up a cycle that has been going round and round here. Clarify the Page of Cups for the challenge. Actually, before we do that, Spirit, can you show me what type of partnership this is for Sag? Can you show me what type of partnership this is for Sag? What is the significance of this Two of Cups? Another page. The Sun card and the Eight of Swords. Some sort of communication. Temperance, and what was that? The King of Pentacles. So you could be receiving some sort of information, some sort of news as it pertains to a mentality, while I feel like that There's a message coming from a possible Leo here. I feel like that this Leo is, I don't know, where people are stuck in their head, where like there's a, the Eight of Swords is a thought process, self-imposed imprisonment. So there's some sort of there's some sort of storyline that someone is telling themselves that is coming to light. I do feel like that what's going on inside of this Two of Cups is there has been some sort of communication that has someone thinking, relating something, and it's coming to light here. Okay. I definitely feel like that there is a conversation. I am seeing as a conversation. There's some sort of self-limiting belief that is coming to light. I feel like that there is a self-limiting belief that was taking the lead in this relationship, in this partnership. And I feel like that that self-limiting belief created a lot of conflict, strife, and competition, possibly. There were a lot of outside input here. I don't know, I'm chewing the shit out of this gum. Y'all forgive me. What's the Page of Cups? There's definitely a self-limiting belief that is needing to be balanced and tempered out. It has the tendency, like it needs to be balanced out because it works for you, but it also works against you. So that means that there's something extreme about this self-limiting belief. The Page of Cups. This is the challenge of the day. Why is the Page of Cups here for the challenge of the day? I cannot make this up. It's the Three of Swords. So there is some sort of emotion that is there's some sort of pain that is being harbored internally. And I feel like that it's being harbored because of, it's a resurgence of a pain. It's being triggered to resurge. I keep hearing resurgence. So something is being triggered to come to the surface. But it's not, the trigger is not the originator of this pain. But because someone is not willing to acknowledge that the trigger is not the originator of the pain, the trigger is paying the full price of the pain. And because that is the case, it's like you're not allowing yourself to fully go into a new cycle. You're staying in a cycle, okay? It's like I was watching something the other day and it was saying that like when you are like, they took a cup and they took some food coloring and they said this is your emotions before any pain happens, and then they put a drop of food color in it and they was like, and this is what happens when something traumatic happens and there's pain that sits in there. And then over time throughout life, what happens is they took a new cup of water and brand like clear, and they were pouring into it, and they were saying that as you live life, it does away, like that pain and that trauma loosens up, it triggers, and it lightens. It's not so heavy, but it ultimately comes to the surface. And in order for it to come to the surface, you have to be willing to pour through it. In order to, it's going to overflow. It's going to overflow. In order for that pain to dissipate, it must overflow. So this is really telling me that something is coming to the surface in order for you to address it and for it to flow out and not stay inwards anymore. But this pain taught you a trauma response. And you're responding from that, you're still responding in that way. Or this person, this is a daily increase, so just take it as it resonates. And it is causing some sort of, it's keeping you in a self-imposed imprisonment. So I do feel like that the challenge of the day is there's a need to address some residual pains and see what is stemming, like what you're facing today. It's time to look at the root cause of that, because there is some sort of self-limiting belief that is preventing you from ultimately giving some sort of apology or seeing something from a higher perspective where you would be willing to offer some sort of olive branch. There's some sort of healing. There's some sort of healing of some sort of toxicity here. Okay, someone is toxically bound to some sort of pain, and it still affects the way that they're planting their seeds. So the advice here to navigate this challenge is the Page of Pentacles. And when we're looking at the Page of Pentacles for advice, it is literally commit to your goals. Like that's literally the advice. So this is a matter of really committing to what it is that you're seeking. What is your bigger picture? If your bigger picture is to come into union, come into harmony with someone, then you have to remain committed to your goal, and that does require you to put in the work of actually addressing the self-imposed imprisonment. Somebody just posted a meme. I seen it right before I sat down here at the table, and it says spirituality will no longer be a trend when it's time to face the shadow, when it's time to do the shadow work. Absolutely. And I shared it and I put, you can't, what is faith without works? You know what I'm saying? You got to put the work in. This is ultimately what this is saying. Your advice is to remember that you're putting in the work. You're committed to like what is your end goal. And that's why the energy that you're meeting, that's meeting you, is to take rest. Really take rest and make the decision. Make the decision. What is your purpose? Where are you headed? And then stay focused and committed on that. Spirit, can you please clarify the Page of Pentacles? The Ace of Wands. There's also learn something new. The advice today is look at all things as an opportunity to learn something new. Yeah, move forward, accept things as they are. But act on your goals. Commit to your goals and act on your goals. That is your advice. Remain committed to your goals. There's something new that is blossoming, and it is taking you to wish fulfillment. Accept like when there are hiccups, accept them as they are. Let me just say this, y'all. I'm having car issues again, and I was dropping my children off to my mom when I started experiencing the car issue, and I was like, oh my gosh, do I take this break that I never have, or do I just take my children home and just sit real still, right? Baby, I dropped my children off and came on home. But right as I was going the next day to go pick my children up, a friend of mine told me that I probably shouldn't be driving my car. So I set my car in the driveway. Because, baby, one thing you're not going to do is get your girl to willingly fuck up a car. So I put my car in the driveway. And I was like, fuck, how do I get to my children? How do I get to my children? Baby, I'm not from the era of hopping in Ubers, honey. I'm just not. It ain't my thing. I never really did the taxi thing. I mean, I had to do it before, but I don't understand the concept of jumping in a stranger's car, okay? So, whatever. I ultimately had to take an Uber to go get my children. And I found myself getting frustrated, but immediately I would switch it to, you know what? God got something planned out of this, and I don't want to fuck up my blessing because I'm complaining that I'm not in my big blue. Because I would much rather be in my big blue. But I also understand that what I want ain't always best for me. And that's literally what I was telling myself. And I'm so proud of myself because I can remember a time, not that long ago, months ago, where that wasn't my immediate reaction. It wasn't my immediate reaction here either, but it came on quicker. I didn't sit in the complaining energy no longer than a minute. You hear me? Before that awareness kicked in. So that's what Spirit is wanting you to do. That's something to keep in mind on your daily increase today, Sag. This is just a daily increase. So what's on the other side of today is the Nine of Swords. Why is this Nine of Swords here on the other side of this? I do feel like that I think that you're going to be able to face your fears and anxiety from a different perspective, because we do have transcending fears that stayed behind, right? And then right behind that, we have trust the process. So I definitely feel like that that's significant. And then right behind trust the process, it says mystical knowledge, mystical knowing. So I definitely feel like that I'm hitting home with the trust the process, trust that it's all working out for you and not necessarily against you. It's not to say that the fears and the anxiety aren't going to be there, but it means that when the fears and the anxiety arise, it means that it's time to transcend that fear. It's time to face it fearlessly. It's not to say that it's not going to be there. You got to fear it and do it anyways. And Quanta just told me something. Oh, the dentist. It's time for me to get to the dentist. And she was like, baby, you just got to fear it and do it anyways. The Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords here for what's on the other side of today? Wow. Some of you all are flat out making a decision about your home foundation or a relationship on the other side of today. And it is because you're able to release, because you are able to rest and heal in this energy here. This is the challenge. But if you can face this challenge, fear it and face it and do it anyways, fearlessly, then you get to do some healing on this inner child. And that actually allows you to begin to see clearly a foundation, a relationship differently. And I will say this, I've added 2 new cards just today to the daily increase, and it's the relationship aspect and the work aspect. The relationship aspect is actually blossoming here. And the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Wands is definitely telling me that this is potentially has a lot to do with the relationship. And even if it's not a romantic relationship, it is how you do partnerships, period. So how Sag is showing up today is the 8 of Cups. That's telling me that Sagittarius is walking away from some sort of emotional baggage. Inner child wounding is emotional baggage. So let's look at this. And even if it's not as far back as to like your inner child, and it's just like walking away from the residuals of a past relationship, either way it goes, you're showing up as someone that is getting the opportunity to do so today. What is the 8 of Cups here for Sag? How Sag is showing up? What is Sag showing up as walking away from, Spirit? And I want to let you know that the 8 of Cups is walking away from 8 Cups towards the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups came out to clarify the 5 of Wands. There's only one major arcana that's come to the board, and that is Leo. 3 of Wands. You're walking towards a manifestation, my love. You're showing up today as walking towards a manifestation. You're showing up as someone that is walking. You may be unsure of which path to take, but that's because the path is currently in the process of revealing itself. Rewind it to the spiel I was giving when I was talking about it revealing itself through time. Just go back and rewatch this again from a different perspective. I definitely feel like that you're walking away from emotional baggage and straight into some sort of emotional fulfillment, and it's fated and it's destined here. There's definitely something arriving here. Can you show me what is arriving on this 3 of Wands? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is arriving on this Three of Wands is the Ten of Cups. Suddenly. 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 So let's see. How does this relate to, like, show us the relationship aspect for the Eight of Pentacles, Spirit? Let me hurry up so this doesn't get too long. King of Swords here. So I definitely feel like that the relationship aspect, I do feel like that there's some sort of head over heart discussion, some sort of very honest conversation that is taking place on the amount of like where things are headed. Like, yeah, definitely where things are headed, which direction things are going. Absolutely. Absolutely. Someone is under a lot of pressure during this, but I definitely feel like that today, as far as your relationship aspect, I feel like that there's a conversation that is going to be had that makes something seem workable, or it lets you see the amount of work that is needed in order to have this connection. Could be with an Aquarius or a Capricorn. We have the Hermit here, which is Virgo. I definitely feel like that there is some sort of, it's time to get real with yourself about what, and if you're not talking to anyone and you're single, it's time to become really real, get serious with yourself, and really ask yourself, what is it that you're looking for, and what do you need what do you need in a relationship for it to be workable? So the working career is the Five of Pentacles. There's definitely a need to really make sure that you're staying on top of your finances here today. Don't be reckless with your finances. You also may feel like you may feel misunderstood at work. You may feel like that you're kind of not really feeling supported at work today, possibly. Why the Five of Pentacles for working career? The Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you definitely may feel unsupported today at work. And I would encourage you not to... today is not the day to say, let me do this so that I can get this. Not today. Today isn't the day to think that you can do extra credit work for extra credit. Okay, today extra credit's not really being offered. So if you do extra credit, don't expect nothing. Don't expect too much in return today. And also, if you typically get extra credit, like let's just say that your boss will typically let you come in early so that you could take a few extra minutes on your lunch break, or leave a couple of minutes early today. Just because your boss isn't doing it today, it's not necessarily a betrayal. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not being funny today. Just keep on moving. Don't take it as such a traumatic event. They're unable to accommodate it today. But I definitely see that you may feel like you are not being considered today at work, in the working career. Also, I feel like that there is a strong message. I do see finances coming in, Sag. I'm not going to say that I don't see finances coming in, because I see it coming in. The thing about that is just as quickly as it comes in, I do see it going out. So do be mindful of how it is that you're spending your finances at this time. Anything else here for the working career? It's coming together. It's coming together. I'm telling you, Pentacle-wise, shit's looking good. Pentacle-wise, things are looking good for you. The work and career looks like a real work and career portion. Okay, the 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Yes, I understand that you may be experiencing some sort of feeling left out in the cold. Maybe not making, like maybe finances is running a little slow or whatever the case may be. This is something that is balancing out, okay? You are going to be able to exchange energies with the universe. This is giving 9 of Pentacles energy, okay? The 9 of Pentacles energy is what's clarifying the 5 of Pentacles. You are headed to stability. You are headed to a stabilized energy. You are headed to a place where what you give out is going to be reciprocated to you, okay? So don't settle in a lack mentality. You are coming out of a 5 of Pentacles energy. It's just, it's working itself out. So it's working itself out. Nothing catastrophic is happening here. Beautiful energy. Let's close this up, Spirit. Let's close this up. Beautiful reading. Almost 40 minutes on the daily increase, though. What's him? Yeah, 4 of Swords, 8 of Cups. Both of those came out in this reading. No, the 8 of Cups did, but not the 4 of Swords. Alright, Spirit, close this beautiful message up. Start closing this beautiful message up for my lovely Sagittarian 9th house collective, please. Y'all, I'm just going to say that an Aries could be significant today because my grandfather is all over this reading. You hear me? All over this reading. The veil of illusions. Lift the veil of illusions. Seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. So there's definitely a need to have a conversation instead of just allowing it to ruminate in your mind. Yes, wow. Instead of just allowing it to ruminate in your mind. Clear mind. Sweep away any doubts that you have and know that you are right. Vortex of change here at the top of the deck. Engage with the vortex of change where energies swirl in the transformative dance, molding the new. Take great care. Make really sure, Sag, take good care of yourself today. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? Don't push yourself too hard. Baby girl's telling me to get a message from her, but I also heard numerology. So we'll get both of those to close this out. Numerology, please. What is the numerology message for Sagittarius? Thank you. 1331, good fortune. Told you, I feel like your pentacle world is shifting in favor of you. Have faith that your skills and talents have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. 1111, a wish come true. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, a new opportunity, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It's not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. And we did see the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Wow, 0909, new beginning. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. You are completing something major. It feels good to level up, huh? Close the old chapter. A new adventure will unravel. That is a beautiful, beautiful message, Sagittarius. It is going to require you to trust the process, okay? And it may require a change in your perspective here. Yeah, it says release your expectations and be open to surprise. Wow. And I'm also looking at Rebel. It's okay. It's start to accept that you don't fit in. All right, baby girl, can you close this out for us? All right, baby girl, can you please close this daily increase out for my lovely Sagittarian 9th house collective? Balance. My needs will be met. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can fully offer my schedule to you, so my life can be in balance. Let me take rest whenever necessary, trusting that one way or another, all needs will be met. All needs will be met. Rest was the energy that is meeting you as well, okay? So definitely be mindful of not to push yourself too much today, Sag. Heart. I allow love to lead. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can allow love to lead my life. May I offer myself completely to the highest, so all may occur as needed. Grant me peace and contentment wherever I am. Use me for the greatest good. We have divinity, but we also have divine assistance and grace that stayed behind as well. And then fear. I think baby girl wanted me to see fear because I seen fear when I was shuffling. And when I tilted the cards back like this, I was going to read it, but it was covered up, so I didn't feel like it was a message. Well, baby girl has literally brought that thing back because 2 cards stay face down on the deck. And I thought that divinity was the card at the bottom and still was told to pull it so that I could see fear. So do be mindful. Fear it and do it anyways. The fear I was watching something else yesterday, and it said something about this lady asked a question. She said something about how do you push through the fear, and the lady that she was asking this question to said, is it fear or is it hesitation? Whew, I felt that word. I'll try to see how I can post a link to it. I can't promise anything, but it was real, because she was ultimately saying that it's the hesitation that causes us from taking a step, and not so much fear. Fear is you can identify what it is that you're scared. Hesitation is generalization. I don't know what I'm scared of. I'm just scared. Going to the dentist. I know I've had bad dentist experiences, but I also know that I'm not going to that dentist anymore. So is it really fear? There's a fear that is there, a fear of the pain, but I know that there are techniques to soothe the pain. So there's hesitation that is making the situation even worse. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I feel like that is the whole message. Divinity, divine assistance, and grace. You have divine assistance to help you gracefully navigate this situation. Okay, you must just align and stand in your true divinity, and to do so is just requires you to be authentically you. All right, Sag, I absolutely love you. I hope that you gained beautiful medicine from this message. If you did, we would absolutely appreciate that thumbs up down below. Peace, love, and light, guys.